Day 5 of the 2024 U.S. Chess Championships saw the fifth round of classical action following yesterday's rest day. Starting with the results in the open section, top seed and leader Fabiano Caruana managed to defeat Christopher Yu in their individual game. However, there was a rather unfortunate incident which happened after the game, which resulted in Chief Arbiter Chris Bird expelling Christopher Yu from the tournament after a gross violation of both the St. Louis Chess Club's Code of Conduct and the U.S. Chess Safe Play policy. What that means for the tournament is that because we're before the halfway mark, Yu's results will be annulled, and instead every player will receive a bye round. So that changes the standings, as Caruana is now going to be tied for first with 3 out of 5. Though having already played his bye round, he is still ahead of the other players on 3, who still need to have their bye round take place. Other results saw a Wonderliang defeating Abhimanyu Mishra, Levon Ronyan defeating Sam Shankland, and Ray Robson winning against Lenier Dominguez. Going into the games, we'll start with the game between Mishra and Wonderliang, which started off with the Queen's Gambits. Liang goes e6, knight c3, and now takes on c4, so kind of a delayed Queen's Gambit accepted. And here the opening actually went rather fine for black. Knight f3, knight c6, castles, bishop e7, and now d5. And somewhere things actually went wrong, likely for Mishra in the opening, as he already was spending a bit of time here. And d5 doesn't seem to be very much liked by the engine, so it seems like he might have confused some prep, as after takes, castles, black gets a very reasonable position. White grabbed the bishop pair on e7 and plays b3. But black gets a very active game here. Bishop e6, knight to b4. White play queen e2, and now knight e4. And already black here is playing for more than just equality. Bishop to g4, rook d1, queen f6, all of black's pieces here very, very active, and white is slightly worse here, but yeah, there's no real clear way to equalize. Here, g4 was played by Mishra. The engine was suggesting queen f1, just sacrificing a pawn on f3. Very, very difficult to find this. But after g4, bishop g6, of course, white's king side is now weak. Bishop to e1, and yeah, I really like how Wonder played this. He just keeps all of his pieces very, very active. Calmly improves his position. Eventually, Mishra goes bishop c3. Black takes off white's bishop pair, now goes bishop to e4, and just the clear positional advantage for black. The pieces stand better, white's king is now weak as well, and yeah, now Liang switches over to the d file, rook d8, rook to d4, brings the other rook to d8, knight to c4. I think this might be the moment where things get decisively bad for white. Apparently, the e-pawn is likely to fall. The engine wants knight f3, giving up the e-pawn right away, and something like rook takes e4, knight to e5, and possibly white can still have some bowling chances here. Instead, we saw knight c4 in the game. Now g6, knight e3, queen takes e4. It wasn't totally necessary for white to give up the pawn like this, but he is kind of losing the pawn eventually, and also has to deal with ideas of like queen h4 and h5, and so overall very difficult position for white. Also at this point Mishra is down to 8 minutes, so really heavy time trouble, as he still has about 13 moves to make before the time control. So knight e3, queen takes, bishop g2, queen f4, white trades on c6, but now a very nice move, rook to d2, in between move threatening queen takes f2, followed by queen h2 mate. If black were to take on c6, he would still have a nice advantage, but rook d2 is definitely a nice touch. So rook f1, knight takes c6, knight g2, queen d6 back. Here black is a pawn up and just has a big strategic advantage. Queen g3, and black decides to go for the endgame. Second rook comes in, or the rook to d3. Now black is likely winning the second pawn and, yeah, winning the game. So knight d4 here, takes, and a Wonder's technique was absolutely fine. Takes on b3, king f8, and white is just down 2 clear pawns. And the game concluded after knight e2 check, takes on g3, rook takes d5, 3 pawns up for black, and that was it. So very nice win by Wonder, as he now has 3 out of 5 points, and is on to a plus score in the event. Thank you for watching the video. Please like, share, and subscribe.